everybody, this is a screencast on how you can use Google Forms to organize your descriptive feedback. What we're looking at right now is a paragraph that one of my students wrote, and as I'm assessing it, giving him some feedback, I might make a comment, and I might say this is a bit repetitive, and so now maybe I'd make a couple of summary points at the bottom. So some strengths, and maybe a couple of next steps. And if I wanted to, I could assign him a level if it was a summative assessment. If it wasn't, I wouldn't do that. So now my student has the feedback, but how can I keep a record of this in one location? So the next step is to open up my Google form. I created one that looks like this. Don't pay attention to the please make a copy. This is the sample that people can click on and make a copy of. I have all my questions in place. I have my students in here, the name of the assignment that they're working on, a text or a focus for the reading, strengths, next steps, and a level. Now to make this easier, I've downloaded the extension called Tab Resize and Tab Glue. Get both of those from the Chrome store. I highly recommend them. With Tab Resize, I click on it and select Split Screen. And then I have my form and my students' work directly beside each other. It makes everything so much easier. So I select my student, I put in the title of the assignment, and the nice thing about a text question type is that it has autofill. So it selects it, it remembers it. The focus, I'm going to write the text that he was reading in here. It's right there because when I go to write my report card comment, it'll make it really easy to personalize it because I'll have the name of the text that he was reading. And then I'm simply going to copy and paste my feedback. There we go. And if I wanted to, for my own information, I could just check off around where his level is. And I have made these check boxes so that I can check off a range of ability. I submit that, go back, put my screens back together with Tab Glue, and I'm going to come right in here into the spreadsheet that is linked to this Google form. All of that data immediately pushes right to the spreadsheet, and I can see right here my student, the assignment that he was working on, the text that he was reading, what were his strengths, and what were his next steps. I now have a reference for this. If I want to wrap the text so it's easy to see, there we go. So now every time I fill out this form, the data will always push directly to this spreadsheet. So I quickly filled the form out a few more times. So now we have a bunch of students that have some descriptive feedback. You can see I have student 1, student 2, student 3, student 1. I obviously don't want it this way. I want to have all of my student 1 comments together. So I come over to the B column in the student name column. I click this little arrow and a drop-down menu appears. I'm simply going to sort it from A to Z. And student 1's comments are all together, and then student 2 and then student 3. It's that simple. And now when I go to write my report card comment, I have all of student 1's reading comments right together. I can pull directly from here for a personalized comment. And a nice extra step is if I'm having a parent meeting, and I'm meeting with student 1's parents, and I want to be able to show the parent the specific feedback that their child has received, I can't show them that on a screen that has other student data. So I go over here and I click the filter icon. New drop-down menus appear in your header row. I go again in the student row, click this new arrow, a new drop-down menu appears. I'll click clear all the check marks, and I'm only going to select the student that I want to see, student 1. Click OK, and it filters out everybody else, and I'm left with student 1. Now it's ready for a parent to see, and everybody else's information is kept private. When the parent meeting is finished, come back up to my filter icon, click it again. This time click Select All. Everybody's checked again. Click OK, and it all returns. So I hope that you found this method of organizing descriptive feedback helpful. It's really changed the way that I collect descriptive feedback. It's made everything so much easier. Now part 2 of this series on descriptive feedback forms will show you how you can have multiple forms all pushed to the same spreadsheet for efficiency. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, and I hope you found it helpful.